Brian Peters with you for the Weather Extreme video for Wednesday, July the 14th. And let's get right to some Skycam images as it looks like it's just going to roll along with the heat. There's Tuscaloosa as the sun is rising over the city there, and we do have a few what appear to be high clouds. There's also a few high clouds down at the beach as we look out from the battleship Alabama, and just a beautiful shot there as I believe we're looking up Mobile Bay. And then I just couldn't help but include this one too at Hamilton. They have a few more clouds up that direction, but certainly a beautiful shot for the morning. The frontal system situation hasn't changed a great deal. We still have one lingering off to our north, but it's not showing signs of much weather with it this morning, and certainly a change from the last couple of mornings. One of the reasons for that is we have a strong high-pressure system, a ridge in the upper atmosphere that is helping to keep things a little quieter than it has been, and probably will keep things quieter for a couple of days. Temperatures across the country just plain hot. Look at those temperatures at 6 a.m. this morning. 5 a.m. this morning. It's around 80 degrees around Kansas City. Isn't that something? Wow, that's just amazing. Around central Alabama, we're not quite that hot, but we are warm as temperatures are primarily in the lower and mid-70s this morning. No, very little, if any, rain on radar this morning, but what we have is down along the I-85 corridor in the vicinity of Montgomery and just a little south of Montgomery, but certainly a big change from the last couple of mornings with all the large-scale complexes of thunderstorms. QPF scaling back now for the next 5 days as we get into more of a isolated shower situation, and of course it means that not everybody will get wet. Storm Prediction Center outlooking a large area for slight risk of severe weather extending from Kansas up into the western Great Lakes with a moderate risk in parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty active day for those folks up there. And the tropics remain quiet. All right, this is the 06Z GFS model run, and there's our map for this morning for noontime or 1 o'clock. And certainly looks like, if anything, most of the showers should be south of Montgomery and over into southeastern Georgia, but we can't rule out the possibility in the heat of the afternoon an isolated shower or two, but most of us stay dry. In the upper atmosphere, we do see a strong trough, the one responsible for that slight risk severe weather up in the western Great Lakes area. We do see that trough moving along through the westerlies, but the westerlies staying very far to our north thanks to the big ridge across the southern tier of the United States. And that brings us to the surface where we see a front coming into the western Great Lakes stretching down into Kansas. And along with that, we do see some isolated showers in the southeast, but for the most part, I think Alabama will be dry. The ridge stays pretty strong, but it does get split, as we've been talking about here, with that trough coming through the flow, and especially through the westerlies. And it looks like it's at least going to make its influence felt a little further to the south. And we see the front coming into the Ohio River Valley on Friday. And then by Saturday, that trough has gotten a little bit stronger, according to the GFS. Not sure that I buy this completely yet because, you know, we just don't see fronts getting down our area in the summertime. But the surface map on Saturday does show more or less an increased chance for showers and thunderstorms, and that's not completely out of the question. But the ridge begins to build back in on Sunday, and as we stick with the upper atmosphere picture, the overall pattern flattens out somewhat to our north on Monday, and that ridge kind of builds back in on Tuesday to our west, keeping us pretty much high and dry. And then the same thing is true on Wednesday as the ridge builds in very, very strong. So just not a whole lot of change, although it does look like our best shot at rain is going to be on the order of perhaps Friday, Saturday time frame, depending on the movement of that front. Now, out into Voodoo, and as you might expect, the GFS is not showing anything in the way of significant changes. We've got the 594 contour over the central U.S. on Sunday, and then that's the 25th. And then further out into the end of July, the 29th, we see the 594 contour still over the central part of the United States, the central Mississippi River Valley. And that just means that we'll continue with the possibility of isolated afternoon and early evening showers and thunderstorms. Well, appreciate you tuning in. Expect to have the next Weather Extreme video posted tomorrow morning by about 7:30 or 8. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great hump day, Wednesday, as we get to the middle of the week, and hope it's a good day for you. Godspeed, and have a great day.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.